Disney is strongly considering getting into the free streaming TV business. Yeah, you heard that right. The House of Mouse is mulling over a free ad-supported TV service. So, could we see Disney join the ranks of Tubi, Pluto TV, Roku Channel, and Fandango? Honestly, after today's news, I think it's pretty likely. I'm Aaron, and this is How to Watch Free TV, and we're explaining why Disney would choose to get into the free TV game at this stage. The Walt Disney Company CEO, Josh D'Amaro, spoke during an earnings call this week. Variety has a massive report about the call, including Disney's reaction to some recent movie performance, parks updates, and how Disney Plus is ready to move into the future. But one of the details that got the most attention on social media was them strongly considering a free TV option to supplement Disney Plus. And I think this moment on the earnings call was a trial balloon to gauge public sentiment. After all, it's probably only a matter of when we get that announcement. If the CEO is thinking about it hard enough to mention it in front of the shareholders like that, it's probably on the way. Here's what D'Amaro had to say in that Variety piece. On free TV, we see it as a way to expand our reach to a customer segment that's more price sensitive. And expanding our reach is, as we talked about before, one of our strategic priorities. Unlike a lot of our AVOD competitors, we're fairly well sold, meaning more inventory would actually help us accelerate our ad revenue growth. And then finally, as a free offering, it could help us drive top of funnel Disney Plus subscriber growth. So, nothing specific to announce today, but definitely something that we're considering. Woo! There is a lot to get into there, but I think we should start with the beginning and probably the strongest reason why a Disney free TV service is likely. Reaching out to frugal customers. Disney Plus has an undeniable back catalog of family entertainment, and it only really got bigger when they added Hulu to the mix, sometimes to hysterical heights. Like, some things probably shouldn't be on Disney Plus, right? Anyway, once we understand that, then the idea that their service isn't bigger seems curious. Well, at least until we start talking about prices. Now, we've discussed this chart before on the channel, but Disney Plus prices have gone up quite a bit over the years. In our previous video on streaming prices, we know that Disney Plus without ads began in 2019 at $6.99. And a lot of people I know are over on the ad-supported tier for $12.99 now. That's all well and good. They got Hulu as part of the deal. But you have to have something for the people out there that aren't willing to come over to that price. Like, what if there was an option to meet them where they were? Enter a free ad-supported service that might not contain the entire library, but will play some of the hits. Disney gets the ad revenue it's got its eyes on, and you might not have to pay to keep Bluey running on your TV 24/7. After all, your 3-year-old demands it. Anyone who's been at any level of sales knows that you have to have multiple options for different consumers. And until now, their outreach had been limited to people willing to fork over about $10. And the game changes when you lower that barrier to entry. Coincidentally, a free option would also benefit Disney Plus. One thing that people who think this kind of idea would be pie in the sky immediately dismiss is the knock-on effect to Disney Plus. Namely, who's going to keep paying those Disney Plus prices if there's some of it available for free? Well, there are multiple other streamers working with free tiers right now, and services like Pluto and Paramount Plus that recently combined. Yes, you can get a lot of the shows and movies on Pluto, but if you want all of Yellowstone or Landman, Yellow Jackets, or DR from Detroit, go ahead and move up to that next tier. And if you don't, that's fine too. Now, that may sound crass, but the free option being available is still a good thing because viewers have shown that they hold fast to their money when they want to. Tubi has grown into a massive player in the free TV space because of accessibility and cost. In younger streaming viewers, Tubi is the go-to as of right now, and that's because of a mix of nostalgia, creator-driven content, and the price. You've got a lot of the same elements making their way over to Disney Plus in other announcements from today. That TikTok thing looms kind of large now, doesn't it? And sometimes a show or movie will catch your interest enough that you'll want to see what the fuss is all about. Fandango has been renting out films this entire time during the streaming era. Isn't there still a Blockbuster open in Alaska somewhere? That one factor might swing things even further for Disney if they decide to get into free TV. Nostalgia has always been Disney's most potent tool. I don't really think there's any way for someone to debate this with a straight face. a company whose biggest streaming hits over the last 2 years and change have been Moana, an animated film that might be the answer when it comes to a Gen Z cultural touchstone, and Bluey, a legitimate answer to the question of what Gen Alpha's first pop culture phenomenon might be. No offense to Miss Rachel or Gracie's Corner, those are both awesome. While there are reasons to have questions about a possible free Disney TV streaming service, you can't really argue with the sheer novelty of having some of these movies available for free. Back in the heyday of Netflix and Hulu, it was novel to be able to stream these old Disney movies from the Renaissance period, all for just a simple subscription fee. These things were locked in the vault. We were never going to get to see them this easily again. What's going to happen when you can access these movies after a decade of them being locked on Disney Plus, especially with no fee at all? Probably a bunch of free press. We'll probably cover it over here too. They're a major player in the entertainment industry, and they would be entering a crowded pool of contenders for the top spot. But maybe more than anything, it would signal a shift to where we've been saying the streaming landscape is headed. Each one of those studios is going to hunker down and make some sort of free ad-supported option at some point, because they won't loan their content out to Netflix like the mid-2000s again, and they're looking for a way to monetize that catalog, even if it doesn't mean a one-to-one transfer over to a paid streamer. So keep your eyes and ears locked on this space, friends. We could have a massive shakeup in the next year as one of the biggest entities in entertainment embraces free TV. And in the meantime, if you love what we do here, subscribe. We're at How to Watch Free TV. We've got a newsletter with 3 free picks every week that you can sign up for at howtowatchfree.tv. That's movies and television shows in that newsletter. We have interviews, conversations, and news from around the world of free TV and movies. So hit that bell for notifications. I've been Perine, and remember, the best things on TV are absolutely free. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your free time. We'll catch you later.